Today's video is going to be the iPhone 12 Pro Max review. Oh my god, what's going on? My word, what is going on with this weather? It is absolutely mental. Do you know what I did today to film some stuff with this? It's crazy weather out there today, people. However, today is the iPhone 12 Pro Max review. This is 6 months. This is my daily driver. I'm going to go into the design. I'm going to go into the cameras. I mean, that is crazy. I'm itching to see what these cameras perform like in these 100-mile-an-hour winds. We'll take some images. We're going to look at that. We're going to check the speakers out. This is going to be a really in-depth review because I've had this phone for 6 months. And we're going to just basically go over the phone and I'm going to give you my verdict. I'm going to give you the good and the bad. I'm not just going to be biased because I'm in an Apple ecosystem. I'm going to give you everything that I have on this device. So should we get into it? Let's just crack on. Well, it's safe to say the Apple design in the phone itself, you can see that this is a premium built phone. It's got the square shape, which I've got with the iPad here. Let me just unplug that. You can see with the iPad, it's got the square shape thing going on there, which is really good. And as well, I believe that the new iMacs that they're going to be launching or talking about, apparently in March, I think it's something like March the 23rd, there's going to be an Apple event where they talk about the new iMacs and all these multi-colours, which I can show you. They're also going to be this square shape. Now, the last time we saw this square shape was on the iPhone 4.
An all-new design.
Now, there are some controversial opinions about this design. I like it. I like to pick it up. I think it's nice. It's got a good grip to it. I also think that there are points. So I will get to one point. So sometimes I'm laying in bed like this and I'm looking at the phone like this. I hold it like this. Can you see the finger there, how I hold it? And sometimes the groove can kind of really dig into your finger a little bit. So you kind of have to adjust. But confidence in holding the phone is really good. This lovely feeling at the back is really nice, although they've made the Apple logo a little bit more sort of, you know, whatever that is, fingerprint. And I'm one of these people that's constantly wiping my phones. You know, I have one of these around, you know, because I hate seeing fingerprints. I don't know if you're like that, but I am one of these people. And I don't know why Apple did this shiny band going around the phone. I don't know. So unless you're rocking a case, and the cases at Apple do are really good, and there's some really good third-party cases. I've got this one and I have a blue case, but what I like about this case is obviously when I put it in, there we go. So that's letting you know that it is a mag-safe case. And when you've got this case on, it is a lovely feel. It just gets rid of that sharpness that you find in the phone. The case is really good, and they are a bit expensive, like typical Apple products, but it is a nice case. I'm not sure how I feel about this MagSafe thing, which is, I've got a MagSafe charger here that it just kind of pings to, and it's quite safe. You can dangle it around a little bit. You know, it holds it. I wouldn't do that. You know, it's a £1,000 device. You want to do that, right? So the design element of this phone is really nice. So what do I think about the notch? So that's the question, right? Because we're talking about design in this stage, and what do I think about the notch? Well, the notch is, it's you know, the notch. It houses something really important called Face ID, and I love Face ID. I do believe in 14.5, the new full Face ID is going to allow you to wear the mask, and you'll be able to do it like that. And can you understand what I'm saying? But you do need to rock the Apple Watch in order for that to work, which kind of sucks if you don't own an Apple Watch. So you do still have to kind of bring that off or type in your code, which, you know, kind of reduces the security a little bit, and you then make yourself unsafe if that's a thing. I don't know. But the notch, it's there. I don't really notice it anymore. I know some people got a real bugbear with it. However, the overall design and the feel and the weight and everything of this phone, for me, design, I think it's great. I love it. I think it's really good. Okay, I'm not going to make you wait anymore. I'm going to go straight into the footage. We're going to talk about these things here, the cameras. One of the reasons many people buy these phones is for the cameras. So it's a good job I didn't have a parachute on. I would have taken off today. So let's get into the cameras. I'm going to show you some footage of some pictures that I took. We'll go into the detail of those pictures, and I'm going to show you some footage that I took. We've done some slow motion, some time lapses. Here we go. So this is the front-facing camera. I'm in a tunnel, so I can just show you now. I'm by the lake. Just got to be careful. It's the wind today, so I want to see how the camera performs with this wind. We've got like 80-mile-an-hour winds in the UK today, and it's very slippery, very muddy. So this is the front-facing camera on selfie on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The stability side of it, I think, looks really good. So I'm just gonna pan around a little bit. I think it looks quite nice. I think it's got some really good focusing features on there. You can see just where I came from under that tunnel. And now I'm going to do some more. Oh my god, it's so crazy muddy and slippery up here today. The wind is just crazy. I should have put my walking boots on. Okay, so stability wise, you know, vlogging with this camera, I'm not sure of the sound quality, but we'll get back in the studio and do that. So as you can see there, just panning around, quite nice, easy and good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some photos, some shots, front and rear facing camera. So the cameras are really good. I find the cameras to be outstanding. I think they're really good. But there is a bit of software. You can download some professional video software for this phone. And what you can do is it gives you a lot more options. It really kind of gets a bit more professional because the quality of this phone, you can get a little lapel mic that plugs into there as well. There's even tripods and stuff that you can buy for these and really get a professional setup. I shoot a lot of my B-roll with the phone. You've got to remember though, with the HDR, you need to make sure that you post-edit that, because if it's not going to another Apple device, it can be a really washed out type of experience. The HDR stuff is really good if it's Apple to Apple, but when it's being sent to another device, it can look a bit awful. So keep that in mind. You may want to switch that off if you're shooting some footage that you're going to send to somebody else. So the videos, so from the design to the video, so far, we're doing really well. So we're going to talk about the software. The software that we have on this device at the moment is 14.4. I believe 14.5 is about to drop when it comes with some enhancements, the face mask and all those kind of stuff. What do I think of the software? Well, Apple did some amazing things. They really did some great stuff with widgets that they've kind of done. I think they've done them very well. The professionalized way that they've done those widgets, I think, is really good. It looks nice, it's smooth. What I don't like is the fact that you can't drop that where you want to. It kind of snaps to the grid. However, when Apple does something like they've done with the widgets, with the stacks, I think stacks is really good, what they've done with that. I think the way that they've done it is good, and I think it will only get better from now. Notifications, I still think, are lagging behind Android. I think Android, when it comes to notifications, they have it really sussed. But the other features that you have, Things like iMessage, you know, when you're using iMessage, for example, you know, some of the things that you can do where you put the fishies all round, or you can send a smack, or you've got the lasers, you can reply to them. You know, what they're doing with iMessage is just getting better and better and better. You know, I think iMessage is a real hook for iPhone, and I think that that's only going to get better. It's secure. You know, there's a lot of talk in the industry at the moment with WhatsApp and their new agreement, you know, with the end-to-end encryption, and how many people are actually not going to continue with WhatsApp. And WhatsApp are saying, if you don't agree to the agreement, well, guess what? We're going to block you. So, you know, a lot of people are now moving to iMessage or Telegram and other messaging apps. So I think iMessage is just going to get stronger. Another good feature with the software, with another hook, is FaceTime. You know, now that you can have multiple FaceTimes with family and friends, you know, and if friends have got iPhones, iPads, iMacs, you know, FaceTime is really good, especially in a pandemic as we've been in. It's been a fantastic way for people to communicate and have fun and talk to other people, friends and family around. You know, with those kind of hooks is what's really good. Okay, I want to get into one of my most favorite features about the iOS system. And I honestly, this one for me, it makes my life easy. And that's AirDrop. I think AirDrop is just fantastic, you know, because like I just said, I do shoot a lot of footage on my phone, and I need to obviously get that and want to do some editing, or I want to send it to someone, or I've taken a picture. Just AirDrop, just simply tap, 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 boom, and it goes across. It just is seamless. AirDrop for me is a fantastic utility, and another hook on why I just stick with the iPhone in this Apple ecosystem. Okay, another good feature about this phone, I think, first of all, we'll do the speakers. Let's do the speakers. So I'll try and play some footage that is not going to demonetize or anything like that, but this is the speakers of the iPhone through Apple Music. I've got my mic here somewhere. Let me just pause. Okay, another great feature. Come into this. Like, have you got to come here? Watch this. Okay, so can you see? This is my Apple HomePod Mini here. This is a fantastic feature that Apple have done. And you know, sometimes I go out. I've got my AirPods in. I'm walking the dog, or I'm doing my exercise. I come in and I've got a tune on, and I know I'm getting straight to business, editing a video or whatever it is I'm doing. And I say to myself, okay, what am I going to do? I want to carry on with this music. What do? I can now do this. You can see in a second, watch the phone. It starts rumbling. The HomePod, then touch. Boom! I love that feature, Apple. I love it. And I can control it. Boom, done. Stereo pair. Apple, fantastic feature. Haven't now got to come in, open up my Apple Music or Spotify, find the song that I'm listening to on my playlist. I just, boom, tap. If I'm on a phone call, boom, tap. If I want to do a message, if I want to do all that kind of stuff, it integrates into this Apple ecosystem. The software and the stuff that they're doing, for me, makes my life so much easier. So before we get onto the ecosystem, the final part of the video here, I just want to talk about an issue that I did have with the iPhone. And I did say that I wanted to get onto the bad part of it. Now, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this issue, that when I upgraded from my iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it all works okay. You know, you do that big iCloud restore. If you're an Apple person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, you know, because we have so many apps, and it's not just the apps, it's then the logging in of the apps, the banking apps, the card apps, the email, that, you know, it just takes so long now because these things are our computers. These are our daily drivers of our life, you know. We are becoming AI ourselves just through these little devices. And what happened was, I do a lot of screenshots for my trading group. I need to screenshot what I'm doing with investments and stocks and stuff. And it just kept freezing. The screenshot would sit in the bottom of the corner there, and it would just sit. And I had to either just reboot my phone, and it was like, just crazy. So in the end, I had no choice. I had to speak to Apple about it. And they did say to me, when I upgraded, did I do the iCloud restore? Well, yeah, of course I did. I don't want to sit there and do every single app. However, because I was on an iPhone 11 and I've gone to a Pro Max, could have been the issue they said, which I don't go that far into the technical ability. I'm taking Apple's word for that. That could have been the reason why something's got lost along the way. And they said to me, you're gonna need You're going to need to delete everything, erase all contents and settings, and install it all one by one. Do you know how long that took? But I did. I spent a few hours getting that done, logging into banking apps and trading apps and all the stuff that I use with this phone. And touch wood, whatever you want to do, however you want to say it, it has been no problem since. So that was one of the big issues that I had when doing the iCloud restore from an 11 to a Max. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. Hit me up in the comments if you have. So yeah, that was one of the issues that I had with the phone. Okay, so the bit we want to get into, the final part of this video, and if you stayed with me all this way, thank you so much. Please don't, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me some love, hit the like button, the notification bell so you get notified of the next video that's about to drop. Thank you so much for everyone else that is supporting this channel at the moment. I'm hoping to really make this a career move for me, so thank you so much in advance. So the ecosystem. Well, this is another term for controversy, because if you're someone that is in the ecosystem, like I am with the iMac, the iPad, the MacBook Pro, Apple TV, the AirPods, the watch, you know, you kind of, people say the walls are going up and up and up and up and up, and it's a very difficult move to get out of. I had the Samsung Galaxy S21 just recently, and I thought it was a fantastic phone, and I was hoping, Samsung was hoping that I could go to that device. I'll link the video below, and I was hoping I could go to that device and come away from the iPhone. But it's so difficult, you know, when your family's on it and you've got like screen on time for your family that you set for the kids, you know, even like the pay, you know, the Apple Pay. So if I double click Face ID, boom, I can pay. I've got all my cards, my boarding pass. The things that they do like that, the iMessage, the FaceTime, all those hooks, it kind of like, it's so difficult now for me to go into that Samsung world. I'm not saying that the Samsung was a bad phone. Yes, I had some overheating issues, but to move from where I am at into that world and not use this, it's really difficult. You know, I edit with Final Cut Pro on my Mac. You know, I don't edit with any other software. I could go and learn Adobe or DaVinci. But again, why do I want to do that when it's already there and working for me? Even down to CarPlay, put this in the car, it just works. So I'm kind of, it's a hard thing to get out of. I do have a Google Pixel, as you've probably seen in my previous video. Again, I'll link below. And I think you just have that as a phone that you just have. Now, whether you use that for business or whatever, because I do, for work, use the G Suite stuff. So I do have use for the Google. But to move from something that you're already in into the other world where it becomes Windows, which I'm not a big fan of, and using that phone with OneDrive and all that, it was just too much of a headache for me, because everything kind of just works seamlessly already. Why do I want to do that? I don't. So I guess the question is this phone right for you? Well, I think the answer is in two parts, really. If you have a MacBook or an iMac, or your family is in iPhone, have iPhones, or you've got the Apple Watch, you know, I'm not even going into the fitness and the competitions and the people that use that, you know, that I do. I think it's an out-and-out buy. It's a great phone. It's solid. The cameras are good. The screen, the resolution is good. The sound quality is good. The way that the AirPods, you know, just seamlessly sync up to the phone when it happens. There we go. You know, the way that they do this stuff seamlessly is incredible. You won't go wrong. However, if you haven't got all of this stuff and you like to tinker and you like all that stuff, then yeah, Android may be your best bet. But if you just want simplicity, the latest updates, software for me that just works, and it integrates with other people that you know have got iPhones, such as iMessage and FaceTime, you are not going to go wrong with the Apple iPhone. And I think it will just get better and better as we go. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's been fantastic. Let's hope this weather calms down. Till the next one, guys, I'll see you soon. Take care. Today's video is going to be the iPhone 12 Pro Max review. Oh my God, what's going on? Woo!